What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we have some awesome battles submitted to the channel by a member of the community, Cutlass Boy, running Scizor, Poliwrath, and Fraxure. This is a spicy team, but somewhat still very strong against the meta that we do see. So shout out to Cutlass Boy, thank you for sharing these battles with us, and let's go ahead and dive right in. Alright, getting into the first battle, we have a shiny Giratina Altered here on the lead. So Scizor here does have access to Night Slash, which makes it extremely viable in this meta. Having that dark type coverage move along with Bullet Punch for the fairies is a very nice combination. Now, it's not going to be enough to one-shot a Giratina Altered, but it does also have a chance to boost. And there was no boost on that one, but I imagine we might see some today as an Ancient Power does land. And we do see a counter swap now into Empoleon, and Poliwrath is going to go ahead and come in and look to probably fully counter down. Now, Empoleon does have access to Drill Peck, which is a super effective flying type charge move there, but it's not enough to one-shot. And this Poliwrath, I don't think can farm down in time, unfortunately. They're going to have to give up a shield in order to maintain switch advantage, but at least Poliwrath on the back end right now is going to have a good amount of energy to dump and Ice Punch. Oh, we do see a Sylveon come in, so they can go for Scald here, and this is looking to be a good game already, as Sylveon is going to go down pretty quick to the Bullet Punch Scizor that we did have on the lead, and the Fraxure can easily go toe-to-toe with the Giratina Altered. Now, I've never seen Fraxure in Go Battle League whatsoever, and I've definitely never seen it in the Ultra League, as it does come in. It does have Dragon Tail, and that is chunking. My gosh. Okay, let's see if it can actually fully farm down. I think it's going to be able to. Yeah, it can easily farm down right here. They do get the full farm down. They have Aqua Tail ready to go to put some shield pressure, and if I was the opponent, I would have no clue what is going to be coming in right now, but they decided no shield anyways. I think they knew that it was basically over, as the Scizor here can fast move down. It's actually going to be pretty close. They're going to go ahead and give up a shield and then just fast move down, but that is going to be a good game regardless. So we got to see Fraxure kind of get its feet wet there and just fast move down a Giratina Altered. Who would have thought? Alright, moving into the next battle, we have Swampert here on the lead, so kind of a tough lead. They do have two good answers in the back, and they decide to swap out into the Fraxure and confuse the opponent. If you guys saw this Pokemon swap in right now before watching this full video, you'd be like, what the heck is that? Trying to figure out what is going on, understand the fast move that it's doing to you. They will give up a shield here, though, on the next Hydro Cannon. As we saw, it did do quite a bit of resisted damage, and they're going to go ahead and go for Dragon Claw now. I'm curious if the Swampert's actually going to give up a shield on this. Yeah, they do. Very interesting. It's probably a tell that they're weak in the back to dragons, potentially. And Hydrokin, I don't even think KOs right here. Let's see if the Fraxure can hold on with 1 HP in a dream. Yes, it does. My goodness. I play too much Go Battle League. Dragon Claw now going to be able to come through here and take down the Swampert, so they do maintain switch advantage. And a Shadow Galvantula comes in. Uh-oh. Scizor now is going to have to come in because Poliwrath obviously doesn't want to face off against this Pokemon, but they do have energy advantage here with the Night Slash ready to go. And they also are running Return, and we do see a shield given up right there. No boost on the Scizor. They're going to have to shield this next charge move because obviously a discharge farm down is going to be deadly, as the opponent actually decided to go for a lunge, and I don't think they're going to make it to the return in time. No, they're not. They're going to go ahead and go for the Night Slash, and we might see a counter swap to try to catch the lunge here. Let's find out. We do see the counter swap and the catch, but was it lunge? If it's discharge, it might be all over. It was the lunge. That's a huge catch for energy right there, as the Poliwrath can now get to the Ice Punch in time to take out the Galvantula. There's only one Pokemon remaining. What is it going to be? Poliwrath takes it down, and it's going to be a Greninja. So Greninja is going to desperately try to fight its way back here, as it's only going to be doing... Oh, actually, no. Does it have Aerial Ace? No, it doesn't, as Hydro Cannon, so it's going to have to throw multiple charge moves, as a Scald now is going to be doing resisted damage. But the Poliwrath with counter is obviously proving to be very beneficial in this matchup because of that dark typing. Had this been an Aerial Ace Greninja, I think it might have been all over, but looks to be a good game, as the Scizor can come in and go for a Night Slash here to close this one out. Even though it is resisted, Greninja does seem low enough, and it is going to go down. Good game. All right, moving into the next one here. We have Scizor on the lead versus Giratina altered once again. So somewhat of a decent, especially with Dragon Breath, this is a decent lead because it's heavily resisted. They just need to watch out for those ancient powers and the potential boost, but the pressure that they can put out here with Night Slash is obviously very beneficial, and we want some boost. Now, this is not the Super Shadow number 0 battle submission where he only shares his boosted videos, which is obviously fun to watch. But we do see a Charizard now swap in. They're going to go ahead and come in with Poliwrath a bit late, so unfortunately not able to catch, excuse me, catch the charge move there. As Poliwrath now is looking to no-shield the Dragon Claws. They do have access to Scald, so they can get themselves shield advantage at least, and maybe come in with the Fraxure to farm down with Dragon Tail. So let's see how this plays out. Man, Charizard is just unleashing the charge moves. Poliwrath unfortunately has to shield. But in this situation, Charizard could be in a position to safely shield the potential Scald and then farm down, which obviously be very devastating right here. They decide to no shield anyways, and now they can get to another Ice Punch in time now to take out the Charizard or get the first shield of this game, and they do get it. So Charizard looking to maintain switch advantage as they swap into Fraxure and fast move down! Before the Charizard could react, saving Poliwrath, Giratina Altered comes in, but it is not going to like the Dragon Tail and Dragon Claw combination here from Fraxure, as it does get the final shield of this game. Giratina Altered desperately trying to hang on. Fraxure is going to look to no-shield the Dragon Claw as it does go down. Scizor now needs to come in and farm down and hope that they can one-shot whatever's in the back. And it's going to be a Greninja, but there's a return here on the Scizor. Not a typical move that you will see, but let's see how much damage it does. Boom! Nearly one-shots the Greninja. Can easily shield this charge move, and that is looking to be a good game. Very well played. That was a heavy back and forth right there, as we will see the Giratina Altered go down to Night Slash now. So Scizor coming through absolutely clutch in this series right now as they do win that battle. Alright, moving to the next one. We have Obstagoon on the lead. Okay, so unfortunately don't have X-Scissor as the charge move, but we will see a Fraxure swap in and a Giratina Altered. Alright, Dragon on Dragon. Who is going to be putting down the damage? My guess is going to be Giratina Altered in this situation, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Fraxure can turn this around potentially with one more Dragon Claw. So let's see if they decide to shield. They will. Alright, here we go. They're looking to go for one more Dragon Claw right here, and this is definitely going to KO, I think. If the Giratina lets it through, I think this is going to do just enough damage, but instead they do get 2 shields, so that's a win in itself, because Scizor now can come in, easily no-shield one charge move, and probably farm down with Bullet Punch and have a return for the Obstagoon, or maybe save energy, swap in a Poliwrath, depending on how they decide to play this out. But this is looking to be a very good situation, as they will commit to the farm down right here. And I don't think, yeah, they don't need to shield. The Scizor's value is in the energy stored right now, as they do get the full farm down. We will see Obstagoon come back in, so that return will be landing for a lot of neutral damage, and then unleash the Poliwrath right here. Let's see how this plays out. It lands, counter comes in, Obstagoon not able to get out in time, and it's a Swampert in the back. That is going to be a good game, as Poliwrath has a 1-0 shield advantage, and Scald here and counter are doing neutral. There's really nothing, and they get the attack drop as well. There is nothing they can do. They can add insult to injury here and no shield, as it's just going to be a Hydro Cannon and just fully farm down. Swampert, unfortunately, is not going to be able to fight back, so that is going to be a good game, very well played, as we saw the Fraxure actually be very impressive there in the mid-game in a dragon-on-dragon fight. I would have never have guessed it, but looking at the Dragon Tail damage added with the Dragon Claw low energy charge move pressure, it actually performed really well. So we're going to see a shield here and then a full counter down, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. Alright, moving to the next one, we got Scizor versus Nidoqueen here on the lead. So Steel typing here, resisting those poison jabs from the Nidoqueen. They are lagging Oh no, they can't fight. Oh no, you can see them tapping. Whoa, they caught back up. They caught back up. The energy was going through. You saw that there, right? Oh man, that's such a frustrating little glitch. They will shield. It is just going to be Poison Fang, unfortunately, as here comes another one. Now they can get themselves even shields here if they decide to go for return. So let's see. Yeah, they decided to go for return. This is how you even up those shields, or just take the lead here, as the Nidoqueen might not be expecting it, and they didn't. So they fast move down. Oh man, that's a beautiful counter fast move, as we do see a Steelix come in. And Aqua Tails here are going to do some sneaky, super effective damage. But Steelix is in a position to fully farm down, as they do resist the Dragon Tail fast move here from Fraxure. But they didn't. They decided to go for the Breaking Swipe. I think that might have been a bad call. No, the Psychic Fangs there, as they will be able to farm down. And let's see if Poliwrath now is going to come in and just get a healthy farm down. Yeah, Poliwrath's going to go ahead and come in. Psychic Fang's obviously a move you want to look out for, but not a move you want to shield early, because what it does is it lowers your defenses. So the next one's going to hit harder, and that's the one you want to look to shield potentially. But the Poliwrath here is instead looking to go for the Ice Punch for that chip neutral damage to get the Steelix down. The Steelix decided to shield, so we're going to see a counter swap into Scizor now, going for the aggressive farm down as the opponent swaps out into a Pidgeot. So this is going to be an uphill battle, as both Scizor and Poliwrath do not like flying type Pokemon. Scizor is in the best position because of its added steel typing, but still, this is an uphill battle. Let's see, Scizor's, oh man, they got a shield, and they have to go for the return so the opponent doesn't expect it, and they do. If this lands, it's game over, because the Pidgeot should not be expecting a return, and it lands. It's beautiful. Pidgeot does get the farm down, but counters now from Poliwrath, not able to get it down in time. Is this going to be a Brave Bird or just a Feather Dance? It's a Feather Dance, so not the Brave Bird. Poliwrath is going to be able to hang on. The spinning ball of death, and they do get, no, a Psychic Fangs comes through, but this shouldn't be enough damage. No, it's through a crunch. Psychic Fangs wouldn't have KO'd right there. I don't think that wouldn't have been enough. Good game. All right, moving to the next one, we have Machamp here on the lead. So let's see how they decide to play this out. Both Pokemon doing quite a bit of damage to each other, as Machamp is in a strong position to get shields early, right? Rock Slide, Cross Chop, both do very nice neutral damage, as we will see a swap out into Poliwrath here. And we do see a counter swap into Swampert. So Swampert not going to be the best option for a Poliwrath. I'm really curious to see what their third Pokemon is, if this was in fact their best option, because they can easily take Switch now if they want to, and come out of here with a lot of loaded energy, as well as Hydro Cannon's just not going to do anything to a Poliwrath, and counter down is going to be a viable option here, but they instead want to decide to go for the Ice Punch to put some shield pressure. Getting a shield in this situation would be nice, because they know they can win Switch, and they could easily shield this and farm down. But instead they're going to go ahead and no shield, so hopefully it's not the Earthquake. It is going to be the Earthquake. Poliwrath does go down, so we will see maybe the Fraxure come in and look to fast move down. Now, Machamp or Pokemon number 3. It is going to be Pokemon number 3, and it's going to be a Charizard with Dragon Breath. But is it going to expect the Aqua Tail? I don't know. No, it didn't expect it. That means fast moves are going to be chunking through, as a Dragon Claw is going to be coming through now from the Charizard, as they decide to give up the final shield of this game. Machamp is the final Pokemon left on the field, as they will farm down. Hopefully they can get to this Dragon Claw in time, and they got a counter swap now into Scizor to try to close this game out, as this will be getting the final shield, and it's going to be up to Scizor now in order to win. Here comes the counter swap, the race to return, as Machamp gets to another charge move, but remember, everything's neutral unless it's payback, which I don't think it's going to be enough. No, they're able to hang on. They do get to the return in time, and this is going to be enough damage to take out the Machamp. Boom. Good game. All right, moving into the next one, we have Scizor on the lead versus Walrein. So let's see how they decide to play this out, as obviously they're going to be resisting those charge moves, or fast moves and charge moves. We do see a Charizard swapping into the Scizor, and a return being fired right away. Please land. Just boom it out of the sky. Boom! They get it out of the sky. They counter swap. into the Fraxure to catch the charge move and sneak through the fast move right there. But unfortunately, they still take a lot of damage, and Walrein now is going to be able to get a healthy, not a farm down. They're going to go ahead and go for the Icicle Spear here, and it's going to be enough to take them down. Poliwrath could come in. Yeah, Poliwrath's going to come in and counter down. This is a very good situation for them as they decide to go for the Ice Punch. I feel like a call right here might be just commit to the full farm down and potentially shield, because the Ice Punch isn't going to be getting a shield from the opponent. So they're going to go ahead and no shield as well. This is probably going to be the Earthquake. Yeah, it is. So they can still farm down. We do see a Tapu Fini in the back, actually. So Scizor definitely needs to be coming onto the field, and they do try to counter swap there, hoping to maybe catch a charge move, but we will see Scizor in a good position here. But unfortunately, Surfs do quite a bit of chip damage, and they are very far ahead on energy. And they got a double shield. So this might actually turn out to be a loss here, unfortunately, because of the 2 shields there. They do decide to go for Night Slashes. They did build up to return, but the opponent likely just going to be shielding in fear of the Iron Head as well. Yeah, they do decide to shield. They're going to go ahead and go for another one. And now it's going to be up to Poliwrath. I think it might still be able to win this game if it can land a Scald. A no shield there. They do get the attack boost, which is everything they needed, because now the bullet punches are going to be coming through with a lot more damage. And the Tapu Fini, they counter swap perfectly after a double boost on the Scizor. They go for the Ice Punch here to do enough chip damage to take out the Tapu Fini, and the Walrein is going to go down as well, so that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Alright, moving to the next one, we do see a Charizard on the lead, so we will see them look to load up on energy, maybe go for that return again like we saw in a previous battle. They decide to swap out into Fraxure and a counter swap now into Walrein. So Walrein, I don't think can actually farm down in the zeros here, just looking at the damage output, because Fraxure, yeah, they do get a shield as well. Fraxure with Dragon Tail and Dragon Claw is just going to put a lot of pressure down. But they are in a good position now where Poliwrath can easily come in, fully farm down with counter, and have a lot of loaded energy on the back end. But they decide to come in with Scizor instead and go for a Night Slash here. Both are decent options. I think the energy on Poliwrath might have gone a lot farther, but let's see how they pull this out. They're going to go ahead and no shield. It is going to be the Icicle Spear, so going to be resisted right there. And now, I don't think they commit to the farm. They have to give up a shield if they're going to commit, because they got to watch out for Earthquake. This might just be another Icicle Spear here. Yeah, it is just going to be another one. They can survive that. And can they farm down? They swap into Poliwrath instead and fully counter down. So this is the kind of energy to shield advantage you want. We do see a Charizard come back in, and now this Charizard has quite a bit, but everything is, nothing's going to one-shot here, right? Dragon Claw, we know, does a decent amount of chip damage. They have another one right away. And we'll have to see what Pokemon number 3 is, but I feel like Poliwrath can core break it as they decide to no-shield the Blast Burn and now go for a Scald. This is going to one-shot the Charizard if they decide to no-shield. Yep. Boom! See a Charizard. Final Pokemon is going to be a Surfetch. So this is going to be a very dangerous situation as they have to go for the Ice Punch here. And the only way they win is if they can land a return. So does the Ice Punch get the final shield? It does. Let's see if Scizor can get the return. And it does. Returns landing all day long. You love to see it. Boom! One shot Surfetch. Good game. Alright. Moving to the next one, we have Scizor on the lead versus Charizard once again. So in this case, they're going to look to stay in and maybe try to catch the charge move on Poliwrath. And we do see a counter swap now into Venusaur. So Poliwrath with Ice Punch is very ideal in these situations because you can apply that shield pressure and super effective damage. Maybe not on the first one, but definitely on the second one. So they could take this into the one shields if they want to. So let's see what Poliwrath decides to do. Yeah, going to go ahead and give up a shield here on the Frenzy Plant and then look to go for another Ice Punch. And this will definitely get a shield from the Venusaur. Otherwise, they take Switch and get a little bit of energy. Yep, Venusaur decides to shield, and now this is a good opportunity for them to no shield and come in with Scizor. Yep, good call. Come in with Scizor and hard farm down with Bullet Punch because you resist the Frenzy Plant and the Sludge Bomb. And they're going to go ahead and commit to that farm down right here. They do get to another charge move, which is fine. Scizor is pretty glassy, so this is still going to hurt. Frenzy Plant going to do a decent amount of damage, but they can get a very nice farm down and now just go straight for a return here against the Charizard. And then maybe look to... It's a Machamp that came in, so here we go. Return going to be coming through, and it lands. Beautiful! They swap into the Fraxure now. In it comes the Charizard with Dragon Breath. They might have to give up a shield. I feel like you need the pressure here. No, they decide to no-shield it. So now they can't get to another charge move, unfortunately. This is so dicey. They do shield the Dragon Claw. They have to go for a charge move here in order to get a shield so that the Scizor can not win with a Night Slash, as Aqua Tail is going to be shielded. And then we will see the potential race. They do have a Night Slash ready to go. That's fine. And Machamp in the back, I think, only got 3 fast moves through. So let's see if, maybe 2. Let's see if they can get to a charge move in time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Nope, not enough. Good game. Alright, moving then into the next one. We have Giratina Altered here on the lead. So a matchup we've seen quite a few times, and we know that Night Slash does very well here. But let's see if the Giratina Altered is running a Shadow Sneak or Ancient Power. Nope, they're just deciding to go straight for Dragon Claws. Maybe they got the Shadow Force, like I love to run. But a Night Slash coming through. They should be able to get back-to-back here pretty shortly to force the first. And we get a boost. Finally! We get a boost in one of these games. It's 21 minutes in, maybe 22. And, yeah, here we go. Double boost? Double boost? No, almost a double boost. We will see a shield, though, on this next Dragon Claw. And now it's going to be a race to the Night Slash here. They should be able to get to it in time as the opponent decides to swap out into a Togekiss, but that is going to be the wrong answer. As return here is going to be one-shotting. If the Togekiss decides to not shield, they don't. Boom! Beautiful! Now we see an Escavalier come in and the Fraxure safe swapped in, as they will go for Aqua Tails for some chip neutral damage, but I think Poliwrath is going to be able to take this game with counter and Ice Punch as they no-shield that first charge move. They're going to go ahead and no-shield the Drill Run here. Yes, it will do quite a bit of neutral damage. Escavalier able to take it. Poliwrath now can come in and fully counter down and have an Ice Punch ready to go. And I think that's just going to be a good game. Giratina Altered really doesn't have the health or the energy or the shields remaining in order to win this one. They do swap out back into Giratina Altered here, but this is where you got to give up your final shield to keep the Poliwrath alive, stopping that Dragon Claw, as we will see the back-to-back Ice Punches. First one coming through gets the final shield. Second one wins the game. Let's see. Giratina Altered does get to another Dragon Claw, but remember, Poliwrath is pretty tanky, so this shouldn't be enough damage to take it out. And they do get to another Ice Punch in time. Okay. Overcharging. Flexing on the swap. Okay. There's no shields remaining. Okay. Getting the back-to-back. Good game. All right. Wasn't expecting that, but yeah. Ice Punch takes out the Giratina and the counter down to Escavalier. Good battle. All right, moving into the final one, I believe we do have an Obstagoon here on the lead, so we will see a swap out into the Fraxure and a counter swap now into Sylveon. So hopefully this is the only Charmer on the team. That way Poliwrath is free in the end game, as the safe swap Dragon usually draws out Fairy type Pokemon. So obviously Dragon and Fighting backline can potentially do that, right? Have a sweep with one or the other. As we will see Scizor now come in and look to commit to the farm down here. There's no reason to throw a charge move. There's no reason to shield as well, as they heavily resist the Psyshock, Charm, Moonblast, whatever it is. And they can farm down now and have a return on the back end here for Obstagoon. So we will see that return come through. Poliwrath going to be coming in right away as well, as Switch Clock is coming back up. And no, it was a Ferrothorn. That some of you in the chat are be like, a Ferrothorn? Well, this is exactly why Ferrothorn and Obstagoon are core broken here by Poliwrath. Again, that safe swap with the Fraxure was able to draw off the Sylveon, and now Poliwrath in a very good position. Easily can take down both Ferrothorn and Obstagoon. So this is going to be a good game, very well played. So overall, this team pretty fun. Not gonna lie, it looks very cool, very fun and refreshing. The Fraxure took some matches by surprise. Scizor put in the work that I always knew it can do. And Poliwrath just does what Poliwrath does. With counter, it is now meta and very fun to use in the Ultra League. So we're going to see the Poliwrath here just take this one. They do counter or swap back into Scizor here. Looking to go for a Night Slash to kind of close this game out. And they do, yeah, the opponent decides to surrender. So good game, very well played, and I believe that was the final one. So shout out to Cutlass Boy, thank you for sharing these battles with us. Very unique and fun team over there, right? Scizor, Poliwrath, and Fraxure. So let me know what you guys think. I thought it was pretty fun, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.